United States history students. It is Miss Weber, and today we will be learning about the Industrial Revolution that took place during the 18th and 19th centuries. There were many inventions that were created during the Industrial Revolution, like the spinning jenny, telegraph, photography, typewriters, the light bulb, and even dynamite. In this video, you will be learning about the Industrial Revolution and its most important invention, the steam engine. Please take notes in your graphic organizer that I have provided you with. The graphic organizer will help you organize important information about the Industrial Revolution, define vocabulary terms, and help you describe the historical significance of the steam engine. You will take a short quiz based on the content in this video. Feel free to pause and rewind this video so you can take good notes and improve your comprehension of the material. It is crucial to define two words to understand what the Industrial Revolution was. We need to define revolution as well as industrialization. A revolution is a sudden, radical, or complete change. Industrialization is the transition from an agriculture or resource-based economy toward an economy based on mass manufacturing. The Industrial Revolution was a period of vast technological innovation which resulted in factories, mass manufacturing, and improvements in transportation. The Industrial Revolution resulted in the transportation of goods and people like never before. The period of the Industrial Revolution fundamentally changed economies and the way humans lived. The impact of humans' choices and use of fossil fuels during the Industrial Revolution is related to the climate crisis we are currently experiencing in today's world. The Industrial Revolution took place during the 18th and 19th centuries. It began in Britain, then it spread to other parts of Europe, Asia, and the United States. The Industrial Revolution was a period of vast technological innovation that transformed economies from agrarian handicraft economies to industrial urbanized economies. During this period, machines were utilized in manufacturing, and the advancement of knowledge and inventions led to technical improvement in production, material, and transportation. There were crucial inventions made during the Industrial Revolution that made this period of advancement and innovation possible. For example, the steam engine was the most important invention from the Industrial Revolution. This invention was a machine that harnessed energy by burning coal, which boiled water to create hot steam. Coal is a fossil fuel and natural resource that was necessary for large-scale industrialization and was used as a source of energy for the steam engine to generate power. Originally, Thomas Newcomen invented the steam engine in 1712, and it was used to pump water out of coal mines. In 1778, James Watt improved Newcomen's steam engine design, and now it could be used to generate power for factories. Steam power eventually replaced water power, and now factories could be located anywhere, not just near water. The invention of the steam engine was used in the United States and resulted in the rise of the factory system in America during the Industrial Revolution. Steam engines used vast amounts of coal to power factories and eventually boats and trains. The steam engine was not only used to power factories, it was modified so it could be used for transportation. Steam engines used coal to power factories and eventually boats and trains. Steamboats used a steam power engine and they could travel up and down rivers. Steamboats made for efficient river transportation and transported products and people. The United States invented the first steamboat in 1806, and it was called the Clermont. It was the first successful steamboat design that traveled up the Hudson River from New York City to Albany, New York. Steamboats were inefficient for year-round travel because the harsh winters in eastern United States caused the rivers to freeze. Then the steam engine was modified to be used for land transportation. The steam locomotive was invented by Richard Trevithick, an English engineer, in 1802. The steam locomotive was a steam engine that could be used on wheels and used for transport. The steam locomotive was used on trains. Trains were able to travel long distances in a short amount of time and could transport goods and humans year-round. Trains did not depend on a river's location for travel and resulted in more direct routes from place to place. In 1840, the US had almost 3,000 miles of railroad tracks, but by 1860, there were 30,000 miles of railroad tracks that linked major cities and towns. Here's a map on the top picture that portrays the vast increase in railroads between 1830 and 1860 in the United States. Even the United States federal government supported the creation of a transcontinental railroad. It was completed in 1869 and connected the eastern railroads to the western United States. Specifically, it connected Omaha, Nebraska to Sacramento, California. The Union Pacific Railroad and Central Pacific Railroad laid 1,176 miles of tracks to create this railroad that stretched horizontally across the United States. What used to be a 4 to 6 month trip now only took 6 days. Now think, the industrial age was full of technical innovation that resulted in vast amounts of coal being burned to power factories and transportation in the 18th and 19th centuries. The steam engine burned coal to power factories throughout the United States during the industrial age. Steamboats transporting commercial products and people up and down the rivers in eastern United States, the steam locomotive burned coal to power the vast amounts of trains in the United States during the industrial age. Think of all of the coal that was being used to power factories and transportation during this period. Burning fossil fuels like coal during the industrial age is in direct correlation with the world's current climate crisis. Our dependency on coal to fuel industrialization in the 18th and 19th centuries has had a devastating impact on the world's climate. We need to learn from our nation's choices of burning fossil fuels as a source of energy. In order to combat the climate crisis, we need to only use renewable sources of energy instead of burning fossil fuels. Thank you for watching this short lecture video about the Industrial Revolution and the most important invention of this period, the steam engine. The steam engine made it possible to power factories, boats, and trains. Although the technical advancement of this period was incredible, it has had huge consequences on our world's climate. Now that you have watched this video and filled out your graphic organizer, I want you to go to the reliable sources I have provided on Google Classroom so you can learn more in depth about the Industrial Revolution, the steam engine, and the steam locomotive. These articles and videos will help you gain a better understanding of important concepts we covered in this video. After you feel comfortable with the information from these lecture videos, graphic organizer, and the online sources, I want you to take a short quiz on Google Classroom that assesses your knowledge of the historical significance of the Industrial Revolution and the steam engine. If you need any help on understanding any of the material from this lecture video, feel free to Zoom with me during my virtual office hours, email me, or talk to me before or after class. I am happy to help you with anything you need help on so you can understand these important concepts.